Hello once again, Niner Faithful. Johnny Dell back with another episode of 49ers Playbook on the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. This past Sunday night, the 49ers lost an abysmal game in what should have gone down as a monumental defensive effort. Instead, headlined by the poor play of Jimmy Garoppolo, mistakes, and some ill-timed calls by Kyle Shanahan, the offense struggled to get into any kind of a rhythm and execute on offense to capitalize on the stellar play on the defensive side of the ball. All in all, it was a frustrating game to watch, but one that does make you hopeful for the team for what they can do defensively, and underscores what a difference the addition of a player like Mooney Ward has provided to the team. But today we are pleased to announce that this episode is being brought to you by Manscaped. We all know that taking care of the ball is the most important thing in the game. Well, it's time to take care of yours with the Performance Package 4.0. Use promo code JD49 right now to get 20% off and free shipping. You know, my wife got me this last Christmas, and it has taken my grooming game to the next level. The star of the team is the new Lawnmower 4.0, with advanced skin-safe technology, which is the Trent Williams of sack protection. The Performance Package also comes with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, and Crop Reviver Spritz on the go, and a high-quality travel bag to make sure that your equipment manager is with you wherever you go. Check out manscaped.com now and make sure to use promo code JD49 to get 20% off and free shipping today. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. From the start, the defense did a great job of limiting Russell Wilson's attempts down the field and forcing him to be patient, which is something we know from the Seahawks days is not Russell Wilson's strength. Here, it's 3rd and long, and the Broncos have a good play in theory against the defensive call. We're going to be in cover 2 zone, and they're going to run double smash concepts, which is a corner route paired with a flat route. I'm going to look to put the cloud defender in a vertical stretch. You see the corners do a great job of playing a soft zone, squeezing the window Wilson would have to throw to the corner route. But if you're going to force a team to throw it underneath, you have to be able to close quickly and limit any run after catch opportunities, and that's exactly what we do, and DeMeco Ryans loves it. On this drive, the offense was able to capitalize by getting in for a touchdown, something they should have done many more times in the game. So after the defense again stopped Denver, we get on the move with this little play action pass to Ayuk, which we'll come back to later in the game, but we're on the move. But this is where you stack bad on bad. You have a 3rd and 4 and we get a false start penalty that pushes you to 3rd and 9. So now it's 3rd and long instead of 3rd and short, and Denver's going to bring the heat. They're going to put Chubb and Gregory on the same side and run a stunt, with DJ Jones slanting across the face of the center to draw a double team, to get the stunt 1 versus 1, as well as bringing Jewell on a blitz to either get him free or have him in one-on-one versus use check. This is how they're scheming around Trent Williams as the best pass protector. McGlinchey picks up the stunt too late, and Chubb is able to split the double team along with Jewell beating Juszczyk, and it ends up in a sack, while Denver plays good coverage on the back end. That's stacking bad on bad. Back on defense, we're going to continue to see stellar play from Hufanga, who reminds us of Polamalu coming off the edge to make a stop on the run on a drive that ends in a punt for Denver. So back on offense, we again start out moving the ball well, hitting Debo on a dagger concept. Then we get 3rd and short and just miss in a couple ways. Again, this is stacking bad on bad. First, we all saw the coverage during the game. Denver completely busts their coverage and Debo was wide open for a touchdown. Denver is in a matching coverage here, and they just bust their assignments out of the bunch formation. But Jimmy is thinking Ayuk here from pre-snap, and I know people will take this as a defense of Jimmy. It's more of a defense of how the play was run. They're thinking of Ayuk as the primary here, as he'll be going against man coverage. That's who Ayuk is supposed to be, our man coverage beating guy. And Kyle alluded to this in his presser when he said we missed opportunities, we didn't beat our man coverage. Even if Denver does or doesn't blow this coverage, Ayuk needs to win this matchup. Post-snap, Jimmy is executing what he wants to be a throw to Ayuk. He'll first look his helmet to his right to try and move the middle safety and hit Ayuk, but he's blanketed on the play. This is bad on top of bad. So as I showed before, Denver was playing a lot of matching coverage in this game, and this is a really nice play design by Kyle to take advantage of that. This is a play we've run a lot, but out of a different look. With Debo in the backfield and the threat of him as a runner, Denver elects for this matching zone, and so is going to have a linebacker to his side. We then will run Jennings on an in route to grab the matching defender, and then have Debo on a wheel route, who, again, because Denver elected to keep a linebacker in against the run, is tasked with matching Debo. And we get him wide open. A better throw, and this is 6 points. But it's not the only reason we don't score on this drive. Again, you can have chunk plays that don't get all what you'd hope for, but that doesn't excuse not executing on the drive. The very next play, we're going to get yellow flags everywhere as we're hit with 2 penalties on the play that backs us up. Even then, we hit a good gain the next play to make it 2nd and 8. And then we're going to run the first of a few odd play calls to me. It's 2nd and 8, you're near midfield, and Kyle looks to take another shot. This play is 100% designed to go to Ayuk. It's a stutter and go versus a Mabel coverage. There's just no separation there, and the timing isn't quite right. This is a head scratcher to me because it's not a play we saw a lot of last year, so it's not like Jimmy and Ayuk worked on it last year, and your quarterback has only been practicing with these guys for a week. Yet here we are, 2nd and long, after a penalty, near field goal range, and here we are taking a deep shot. This is the kind of play that makes sense on 2nd and short, not 2nd and long. You can see from the end zone, Jimmy is looking off the middle safety and then trying to hit Ayuk. So now after you miss the home run on 2nd and long, you're left with 3rd and long. And you've been struggling versus the blitz on 3rd and long. Kyle anticipates pressure, so he dials up a quick hitter designed to go to Debo over the middle to Jewel's side. I'm pretty sure he's expecting Jewel to blitz, and he's trying to burn them, but they play coverage and we don't get the first down. Again, this is bad on top of bad on top of bad. You see the offense is missing rhythm, but it's not just one person. It's Jimmy, it's the O-line, it's some of Kyle's play calling. They're not firing on all cylinders. But the defense is going to stand tall after Denver moves into field goal range and will push them out of it with a well-timed and executed blitz. We're going to bring Fred Warner up over the guard. This is done because you present him as a rushing threat, and therefore the offensive line has to account for him as a potential rusher. This means the center has to pick up Kinlaw. So his job will be to cross the face of the center and draw him away from where we're bringing Lenore on a blitz out of the slot. From here, we're going to run a stunt with Aminahu and Jackson. Aminahu needs to attack the inside shoulder of the tackle to draw his attention and pull him inside to provide room for Lenore off the edge. And Jackson is then going to loop around inside the guard in the space created by Kinlaw drawing the center away. This is a really nice design to create 2 pass rushing lanes, and it works to perfection. Really nice execution by the defense there. But after we flip field position with a big punt return, we again stack bad on bad. Here, we're going to get flagged for an illegal shift that puts us in 1st and 15. Then to stack on top of that, 2nd and 8, we're going to botch the snap count. You can see Brendel snapped it late and caused the fumble. That's bad on bad. The defense holds, but the turnover at midfield allows Denver to pin us inside our own 2-yard line. You're seeing the cumulative effects of bad plays. So then on 2nd and long, inside our own 2-yard line, Kyle calls a head scratcher of a play. It's a Y leak. Now, there's been talk that Jimmy should have hit Ayuk on the crosser. Yes, Ayuk is the primary on the play, but as you see here, when Jimmy turns around, he's got 2 defensive linemen coming at him. There's 2 guys underneath the route, so he can't drive on the throw. And understand, the fullback, Juszczyk, was his hot read on the play, but Juszczyk got thrown to the ground. Ironically, the safety is the better result of this play, but it was a play that was doomed from the start. The best result here is a throwaway, which he absolutely should have done. But why do you call a long developing play that exposes your quarterback on a blind rollout on your own 2-yard line? And Jimmy makes the play even worse. And that's bad on bad. But even then, we start out the next drive with an 18-yard run by Wilson. All right, we're back in business. We're going to try our wide zone, and Banks just whiffs on his reach block, and Jalen Moore isn't quick enough to get to the second level on Jewel, so we get no gain on the play. So with Jewel being so aggressive on the run, Kyle's going to come back to the play we saw earlier with the quick play action pass to Ayuk over the middle. But now you have Jalen Moore in at left tackle instead of Williams, and he gets destroyed by Gregory for the sack. Now we're stacking bad on bad again. But we still have the chance for field goal range. We may not get the first down, but we were just a few yards away from field goal range. We're going to run a little speedo concept here and have Debo on a second crosser to run interference over the middle. It's great design. It works. We get Ayuk open, and Jimmy misses the throw. This is a throw Jimmy has made 100 times. You got to make this throw. That's 3 points off the board. That's 3 bad plays in a row. Bad on bad on bad. But the defense is able to keep us in good field position again, and here we are, 2nd and long, and we'll take another shot against the aggressive Denver defense. Denver was playing the tunnel screens really aggressively during the game, and so we're going to look to take advantage by faking the tunnel screen and running Jennings and Kittle vertical. The offensive line has to give Jimmy just enough time to fake the screen to Debo and then make the throw. The design works perfectly as you see Denver drive on Debo, and Jimmy puts the ball on the money while getting absolutely destroyed on the play, but Jennings bobbles the catch. You have to come down with that pass. From the end zone, this is just a mental error by Moore. They're going to bring Jewel on a creeper blitz where he'll rush and they'll drop an edge player into coverage. This is only a 4-man rush with 6-man protection. Juszczyk is staying in a block. Apparently Moore didn't get the memo and lets Jewel through untouched. This is the kind of play that gets quarterbacks injured real quick, and it's why he was pulled out of the game by the next series. This is bad on bad. But next, we're going to see maybe the best back shoulder throw and catch to a fullback you'll ever see. This is the Jimmy G experience. Some awfully bad, and then as good of a play as you'll see. That is the Jimmy G experience. But then a few plays later, 3rd and short, more bad. We're going to have Debo on a little route out of the backfield, and he's got an angle to make it a house call. Kyle said he thought Debo had a chance for a touchdown here, but we completely blow the pass protection. The Broncos are going to come with a blitz off the right side, and we just don't pick it up. Juszczyk is coming up inside on pass pro, and Burford goes rookie here by forgetting he's got help from Juszczyk, and hands off Jones to Air, and McGlinchey gets pancaked. We can put this on Jimmy, but remember, most quarterbacks don't even get this ball off. Look at where the pass rush is when he starts his windup, and he takes a huge shot on the play. Jimmy has a lot of blame to take in this game, but to me, this is not one of those plays. So under constant pressure, the defense gives up a touchdown, which you can't ask any more of your defense than what they put out in that game. It's near the end of the game. We need a drive just to get a field goal, because if we do, we almost surely win this game. And Jimmy G goes Jimmy G and throws a bad pick over the middle. Some people have incorrectly called this a robber defense. The Broncos are in cover 3 Mabel, and Kyle just wasn't expecting this and doesn't have a good play called up against it. Credit Denver with having a well-timed defensive call, because no one will be open. Kyle said it was a bad play call, but this is what you can't do as a quarterback. You can't make a bad play call worse by trying to jam this ball in on a crossing route when the safety is sitting in a hook curl with no one to occupy him. He sees this little opening, and this is what Jimmy G does that can infuriate fans. He thinks he can jam this ball into the tiny window, but the window isn't really there. You throw it away or take the sack there, but you can't put the ball in harm's way like that. From the end zone, you'll see we again can't handle Jewel on this creeper blitz, and it's the pressure that Jimmy reacts to force this ball in there. It's bad on bad on bad. You can't stack bad like this and expect to win a game. Then, backed up, we still have a small chance for victory, but it's going to take a big time drive and it doesn't start out well. Denver is going to show cover 2 zone pre-snap, but will rotate post-snap into cover 1 robber. Now, Denver does a real nice job of disguising this, and it's pretty gutsy. We have Wilson split wide to the top and with a corner on him, and Jewel on Ayuk. This looks like zone coverage. You'd have zero reason to think otherwise. We're going to run a curl fade to the top, but post-snap, this sure looks like man coverage. And Ayuk beats Jewel badly, but Jimmy never gets to it because he's bailing out of the pocket. From the end zone, yes, there was pressure, but the pocket was clean for him to step up into and make the throw that could have been the huge play in the game. Again, though, the game is not lost yet. We end up making a good off-schedule play, and Wilson looks like he's going for a first down, and we fumble the ball. Game over. It's bad on bad. Overall, it was not an enjoyable experience watching the film this week. The team seems to be in a perilous state. The drama and noise are getting louder by the day. The injuries are piling up. The dissonance between Garoppolo and Shanahan seems to be growing. The team will either find a way to come together, put it all on the line, and make something happen, or they're going to fold, and this will be a long, dreadful season. We're only 3 games in so far, folks, so there's a lot of football left to be played. There's a lot of this story left still to be written. As the eternal optimist, I have to believe the team will find its groove this season and will get back to winning football. But that starts with stacking good plays, not bad. Well, that's it for this week, folks. Hope you enjoyed it or at least found it enlightening. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below, and make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned later this week as I'll be getting together with a film guy from the Rams side of things, and we're going to be previewing what we expect from our teams this Monday night and the key matchups to look at. But until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners.